Right then, pre-flight checks, or Geordie checks as we like to call them, are our daily bread. You will have done your daily inspections on your kit already, whether you're forward launching in nil or light winds, or reverse launching in a breeze or on a thermic hillside. Every pilot has to check prior to takeoff that all the boxes are ticked, all the controls are set to go to fly. So our first check is Will. Will Geordie have his cat aboard today? Will is wind. Obviously, first thing is direction. Obviously, you've got to the flying site. You must have made a decision that you're at the right place already. However, by the time you've got your kit out, got your glider laid out, obviously we need to check that the wind's in the right direction, that it's not steered off the hill too much, or whatever is allowable for that particular site. The strength of the wind, is the wind smooth? Has it got stronger? Is the wind increasing? Maybe the forecast is deteriorating sooner. It's a decision-making moment here, quite a crucial one. So we just need to check that everything was as it was before and we're happy with that. Next on the list is Geordie. Geordie is glider. So, forward launch, light forward launch, you will have laid your glider out, checked that it's all clipped together and everything, and you would have picked the harness up, stepped back towards the harness, clipped in. However, if it's a reverse launch, you'll need to now throw the glider out, fluff it up, build a wall, get it all prepped, make sure it's square into wind. So take a bit of time and prepare your glider. So I'll do have and his together. Have helmet. Helmet's on, straps done up, harness, leg straps, chest strap, little comfort strap, make sure your shoulders adjusted. You can use that moment maybe to check that your Brummel hooks are attached to your speed system, but the key things being strapped into your harness and your helmet. Seems daft, doesn't it? But I've seen instances of pilots having walked up following a slope landing, unclipped their leg straps because they were hot and bothered, chatting to someone, distracted, not done the pre-flight checks, and then potentially having an incident because they've forgotten some of the basics. CAT. Controls. Obviously, for forward launching, there's probably a myriad of quite wacky ways of grabbing your controls. Probably best go and see one of our other videos for some suggestion. Reverse launch, again, we do a cross-braked reverse launch. Just make sure you've grabbed your controls, that you're happy with the technique that you're using, they're clean, and just don't step too close into lines. Just take a bit of tension up so that all the lines are taut. With the lines taut and the risers taut, you can see where everything's going. Whereas if you step too close towards your glider, it can look like a nest and it gets you second guessing what you're meant to be doing. Aboard, airspace, quite crucial here. We're not the only ones on takeoff. There might be plenty of other people either flying in front of launch, ridge soaring. So we've got to pick our moment when we can take off without compromising anyone else's flight plan. 2, somebody coming into top land. So we've got to make sure that we look around and check airspace is clear around us, above and around, and pick our moment. And finally, today. So will Geordie have his cat aboard today? Obviously not important for forward launching, but crucial for reverse launching. Today is turn direction. And my advice to you is to find one direction that you're always comfortable and you naturally turn towards and stick with it. And if you ever find yourself feeling flustered and the risers are set up so you have to turn away that you're not familiar with, 9 times out of 10, under pressure, your muscle memory will turn you the way that you have done in the past. So take the time and make sure you always set up in one particular direction. I'm right-handed, I have my risers set up so I can twist to my right. You can see the risers, if you're turning right for instance, the riser on top is the direction, it points in the direction you're going to turn. So the riser that's on top is going to point to your right shoulder or the direction you're going to turn. If the left riser is on top, it's going to point to your left, and that's the direction. You can look at it as long as you like, but you have to be completely happy with the direction you're turning in. Routine in aviation across the board is key, and history has told us that changes to routine, they allow for mistakes. So one thing about pre-flight checks, by nature of the social sport and seeing friends on hillside and whatever, it's easy for people to come over whilst you're in the middle of your pre-flight check and start chatting and distracting you. That's all well and good, but just make sure that you stop and start from the beginning, because paragliding is a decision-making sport, and there'll be no point whinging about the fact that you've taken off with some of your leg straps undone or something's not attached because someone distracted you on the hillside. It's annoying that they have done, but you must go back and reset the process. So be as thorough as you can, because this is the start of your journey to go flying for the day, and you want it to start in a positive, cheerful way.